The console wars is just a cringy mess that I just can't understand why it exists. But thankfully, it's starting to fade away. Now, of course, you're still going to have people like, defending a console like with a hardship. They are basically dying on this hill. But listen, I'm going to be honest. Uh, it wasn't as bad as like the 360, PlayStation 3, and Wii era. That was, I think, the worst one. I've seen actual fights happen because of console wars. It's insane. Like, this was back when I was like in middle school. This was insane shit. And let me tell you, I'm not one of those kids. I was the spectator that just watched stupidity happen. It baffles me. People are fighting each other because of console wars. Like, I don't understand, you know? I really don't get it. Like, this nowadays, war is just starting to dwindle because it's that competitive era that's starting to, be diminished because a lot of people nowadays, they don't want competition. I mean, competition is good, but there's something that we want. And this is the era of the crossplay era, where you could basically play any system. PC, Xbox, Switch if you're a fucking masochist, or, PlayStation. Like, you could pick any of that and you could play with a friend on a different, console, or a different, different console, or on a PC. Like, that's the thing. It's like, my God, there's just so many games out there that have crossplay that me and my friends play a lot, and yeah, we have fun with it. It's just, that's the thing that's interesting. It's like when we hear about a game that's multiplayer, or a game is coming to Game Pass, it's like multiplayer, and I look over, I'm like, wait a minute, does this game have crossplay? Crossplay. Sorry, I got the hiccups. The console wars, it's starting to envelop my body. It's starting to turn me into a cringy mess. But yeah, the whole thing is, does this game have crossplay? And if it does, for which system? Because that's what we want nowadays. We want games that, aren't just about like, hey, this is coming to this console, but hey, is it also coming to crossplay, and on what system? That's the whole thing. Like, Halo Infinite, I think, is the best case ever. A terrible game, I'm not gonna lie. Story was pretty and the multiplayer is pretty below average, actually bad. Made a whole video about that. But honestly, I like the, addition of crossplay, that you can play with either on, a console or on PC. That's what I like to see, Of course, PC players aren't really invested in it because Halo has always been a console exclusive, but that's what I like. Exclusives starting to become, less exclusive to this console and being more open out there, especially on day one. Like, Psychonauts 2, I was baffled by this Scott the Woz video talking about this because, my God, I didn't know that Psychonauts 2 was on PlayStation. Like, that actually baffled me. That was an Xbox exclusive, and then it just went over to PlayStation. Like, bro, that's honestly amazing how that happened. That is honestly insane, especially the fact that Double Fine is a Xbox-owned company. How did this happen? How the hell did this happen? Well, I'll tell you who. Phil Spencer. Maybe, a little bit of Tim Schafer, but mostly Phil Spencer. Then again, Tim is a weirdo. Yeah. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's a cool dude. But for real, though, Phil Spencer basically having this whole idea that, gamers should play not just on consoles, but also on other platforms, like putting Minecraft on Nintendo Switch. That's amazing. Putting it on PC, putting it on Xbox, putting it on Switch. Basically, he's more open with gamers wanting to play a game on any system, so it isn't feeling like it's exclusive. And that's what I like about it, because we do want that. console wars within itself was mainly about like buying this console because it had this game. If you wanted to play Metal Gear Solid 4, Sons of the Patriots, well, you have to get a PS3. If you wanted to play Halo 3, you gotta get a Halo 360. It was all about like, what console was more better, mainly because what game was on there. What game basically brought you to buy this, And yeah, it was pretty bad, and pretty much it still continued, but pretty much dwindled over time, which thankfully, because pretty much any game could be on any console. It's just like, hey, we still got Halo, we still got Gears of War. It's like I just feel like that for me, the console wars just mainly was about like which game was better. And I feel like it could have been like called the Game Wars, but no, people wanted to lope in these games with the consoles that they bought so they could basically like, justify like, hey, why'd you get a console? Because of Halo 3? What are you, fucking weirdo? But nah, nah. Honestly, I was the same guy. But I was a dumb child. Remember that. I was a small baby. The others, grown adults. Got him. But okay, for real though. The whole thing about the console wars, at least to me, just feels like it's so dumb because it's just people like vouching or simping, defending a company. And it's like, look, you can like a company. I mean, it's weird if, they do some shady shit and you still like them. But you know what? Hey, that's on you. I'm not going to join you, but okay. Good luck. But that's the thing. If they're doing something bad or they're just more harmful to the consumers, why are you letting this happen? Like, I know this is going to sound like a kicking the bucket sort of ordeal, and having the person trip and fall. But look, I'll be honest. Sony just hates the consumers because, my God, the Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal going on, yeah, it's pretty shitty enough as it is. But it's also the fact that, like, they just aren't really that good with, how they operate. Like, bro, you are telling me that they're still doing exclusives to this day. Xbox doesn't do exclusives that much, at least at that degree. Like, bro, Halo isn't exclusive, but it's not just for consoles, it's also on PC. So that's the thing. And also their PC works. But here's the problem for it. It's like with Sony, it just feels like that they just have this weird obsession with trying to have it be that you're buying a PS5 because of something unique. Like, oh, you want this cool samurai that's only exclusive to PlayStation 5? You better go get it. Also get Call of Duty as well. Pre-order it. Come on, do it. Silent Hill 2. I'm not going to play that game, and you know what? I'm glad because, my God, that's going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Like, it kills a game to do that. And that's what I like about Phil Spencer. He knows that, like, he doesn't want to do too much exclusives. But what he wants it to be is that, hey, it will come to Xbox, but we're going to put it on PC as well if they are, willing to do so. It's all about just, hey, can you do a console and PC? You can? Okay, we'll put it on Game Pass PC. Meanwhile, Sony, it's like you have to like swindle them or something to like get it on PC. And when they do, my God, you better hope that it actually works. Like, I'm not saying that every, PlayStation game coming to PC is bad. Like, the Spider-Man game apparently I heard was really good. But, yeah, something tells me the Last of Us Part 1 was really rushed. But yeah, in conclusion, I just think that, console wars is just bad. You can like a company and you can basically, be, saying the console's really supreme because of the hard millibyte graphics of, a blast processing. But I'll leave it off with this one note. This is how I view a console. If you want to go for Xbox, you're basically going for the performance. It's a beast. It is a beast of a console. Basically, the Series S is a tiny baby but it's a big baby. This baby could basically run at 100 miles per hour without crack, believe it or not. That's insane. Believe me, I've done that. I was that crack baby. But yeah, the whole thing is if you want performance with this fast speed and have it be that the console basically has an FPS boost on, pretty much just anything, it's yeah, it's yeah, I go for performance. If you more are a quality type man, like you love like a high definition of it, then go for PlayStation. PlayStation, I will admit, and I even played their games like Bloodborne and Catherine Full Body and pretty much all of their like studio games like Ghost of Tsushima. Like they're really good. Like they are honestly good with how they are able to handle graphics like that. It's impressive. So, hey, if you're more of a graphics type of guy, go for PlayStation. If you're basically a brainwashed cult member that's, wanting to simp for a yakuza of a company that clearly doesn't care about its consumers and pretty much is what's ruining the industry, well, go for Nintendo, I guess. I don't know. Uh, yeah, that's about it. See ya. Bye.
Look out!